Yes, Chris here, Caribbean.com vibes ended up in the kitchen. That recipe I shared with you guys, I think about 2 weeks ago. Channa and aloo, which is basically chickpeas with potato, was such a hit. I had someone write in and say, Chris, can we do the same recipe but with chicken in it? So today, watch. We're doing the same sort of recipe but with chicken in there. I've got some chicken breast. We're gonna add some nice flavors in there. So let's get cooking. Curry chicken with chickpeas, and we're gonna put some potato just to stretch it a little bit, you know. More people coming, so we need to have more food. Let's get cooking. First thing we've got to do is marinate the chicken. I've got here my clean chicken, which is 1 pound of chicken breast, boneless chicken breast, skin removed, all the fat is gone, and I've cubed it up into 1-inch cubed pieces. So we're gonna go in with some salt, some fresh ground black pepper, and I've got here a heaping tablespoon of Caribbean green seasoning. If you check out CaribbeanPot.com or right here on YouTube, I have a wicked recipe for that. And all it is, it's a combination of all the herbs we like using especially down in the Southern Caribbean. We blend it, we puree it, and keep it in the fridge for when we're making such meat dishes. Next up, I'm going to go in with half of a scotch bonnet pepper. I'm using seeds and everything. Please be aware, if you are not into the hot and spicy, don't use any of the seeds. As a matter of fact, if you're not into the hot and spicy, you can leave out that scotch bonnet pepper. And I'm just going to chop up 1 tomato in there. The entire tomato is going to go in there. We're just going to give that a quick stir and let that marinate for about 20 minutes or so in the fridge. Let that marinate, do its thing, and then we're going to start with the actual cooking. I've got a deep wide pan on a medium heat. It's nice and hot now. So I'm going to go in with some vegetable oil, and it's important that you use vegetable oil. You may be tempted to use olive oil because we're hearing all that wonderful stuff about olive oil, but please don't waste your olive oil on this. We want something with a sort of a neutral flavor, so vegetable oil is fine. And I'm going to go in with some chopped onion. Turn your heat down to as low as it will go now. We don't want to burn this. We just want to get all that lovely flavor from it. And about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, low heat, and let that sweat down for about 2 minutes. Next up, we're going to go in with your favorite curry powder. I am using a Madras blend, but it is made in the Caribbean, so you're going to find that it is a bit different than the stuff coming directly out of the Far East, like in India and stuff like that. This is very tailored to the Caribbean. You know, you got to support your own, you know. Again, heat is still on low. We're toasting this now. It's sort of a dry toasting because we want to bring out all the flavors from all the different spices which make up that curry powder. Couple minutes, it's going to go dark, it's going to go grainy. That's cool, that's what we're looking for. Your kitchen should have that wicked scent of toasted curry. Turn up the heat to medium high now, and this is where we're going to go in with that chicken that we seasoned up and which has been marinating all that while. Do not wash the bowl at this point. We need that. And what you're trying to do here is sort of deglaze all that curry goodness from the bottom of the pan with that marinated chicken. Let that go for about 5 to 7 minutes. We really want to sear the outside and seal the pieces of chicken with that curry goodness. In the bowl that we marinated the chicken, put about 2 cups of water in there and kind of move it around to pick up any remaining marinade that's left in there. You'll start seeing the oil that we started off with at the beginning, and that's an indicator that all of the liquid has burnt off, because that chicken is going to sprout up some more liquid of its own. If we go beyond this, that since we're using chicken breast here, we don't want it to dry up and go hoxy, as we say down in the Caribbean. This is an indicator here that it's right time to go in with the other ingredients. So in goes all that chickpeas, and it's straight out of a can. All I did was I rinsed it with cool water to get rid of most of that sodium that it's packed in, as well as 2 large potatoes. Give that a quick stir, just to incorporate all that lovely flavors from the bottom. Here's where I like going in with an ingredient I like when I'm making any sort of curry with meat in there. A couple thick slices of ginger. That is going to bring out some nice flavors, overall flavors. And this is where we're going to go in with those 2 cups of water. Turn your heat up to high, because we need to bring that up to a boil. And the reason we need so much water at this point is to make sure those big chunks of potato that we have fully cooked. Now that I can see it's starting to come up to a boil, I'm just going to give that a quick stir. Turn my heat down so it's at a rolling boil, nothing too vigorous, and let that go for about 20 to 25 minutes until the potato is fully cooked all the way through. And then we're going to turn the heat up to get it to the sort of thickness that we want it. After about 25 minutes, this is what it should look like. It should start thickening up. The potato should start breaking down. And this is where you're going to do a few things to personalize this. 1, depending on how thick you want this. Now, bearing in mind, when it cools, it will thicken up quite a bit more. Depending on how thick you want the consistency to be, using the back of the spoon here, go ahead and crush some of the potato. Try not to overly crush them, because having some big chunks of potato is nice as well. And that's going to help thicken up that gravy in there. The second thing you want to do is taste it for salt and adjust the salt accordingly. And the final thing I like doing personally here is I like going in with some chopped cilantro or coriander. In some countries they call it coriander. In the Caribbean we would typically use shado beni. Give it a stir, move everything around. And again, remember, we go into according to the consistency you like. And that's it. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Give this recipe a try. You will love it. Give the video the thumbs up. Leave comments below. And check out CaribbeanPot.com for this recipe. If you want to print it, it will be available in a couple weeks' time on CaribbeanPot.com.